Good morning, Titans, and welcome to the senior edition of Titan Television. I'm Kayla Ewell.
And I'm Danielle Gorman. On this episode, we'll dive into some seniors' plans for year 13, and we'll also look at some highlights our senior class has experienced.
All this and more on our final edition of Titan Television.
This year, most of us were excited to walk the halls of West as the new top dogs.
However, a few students took a more unconventional route. Here's Lauren Disman with the story.
For many students, free tuition and early graduation sounds too good to be true. But with the introduction of the Missouri Innovation Campus Program, students are able to do just that. Available through Summit Tech, MIC is a program for students interested in computer science fields.
And when I heard about it, I just thought it was a really interesting idea, and it allowed me to kind of understand whether or not I wanted to go into that path before I actually got to college and maybe wasted a year or two.
Although coursework for this program is rigorous, students graduate with a 2-year associate's degree at the same time their classmates are receiving their high school diploma. For MIC students, this means not attending high school classes during their senior year. Instead, students work 40 hours a week at a paid internship and take night classes.
It's definitely gotten me used to the real world, so that'll definitely help me in the future, give me some experience.
Allows you to take a lot more specific courses to what you want to do in life. I feel like high school is mostly just a bunch of general education courses that really don't get you anywhere when it comes to what you actually want to do. But you just have to manage your time a little bit better. It's not the hardest thing in the world, and you just have to communicate.
While it is a downside that the senior year doesn't look like every other senior year, the plus side is you've got a great income, and again, you're well on your way to finishing a degree.
If you are interested in MIC, visit sta.lsr7.org to learn more about the program and hear more success stories. With photographer Danielle Gorman, this is Lauren Dismond, reporting for Titan Television.
And while some of these students are making a name for themselves in the technology industry, others are making a name for themselves on the field.
We'll send it over to Matt Ross with the Titan Sports Update.
Good morning, Titans, and welcome to the final Titan Sports Update of the school year. With the spring season still wrapping up, we have collected the accolades of all the other sports who have finished this year. Let's start with the fall sports. The Titans have earned 4 conference titles, 2 coming from boys and girls cross country, 1 from boys soccer, and the last one from girls tennis. Also, there are 4 district titles, 1 from girls cross country, another from boys soccer, 1 from girls tennis, and the last one from softball. Top 3 finishes at state include girls cross country, girls tennis, and softball. Next is the winter sports. They have earned 2 conference titles, 1 from boys basketball and 1 from girls swim and dive. The only district title came from boys basketball, who also got a 2nd place finish at state. Boys golf is the only sport so far that has won a title for the spring sports, finishing 2nd in the conference. Now, we move it to the pitch. I've had a chance to talk to 2 sisters who have had something in common with myself. Let's take a look.
Senior Jillian Leach has contributed to much of the success the Lady Titans have had this season.
Goal by number 26, Jillian!
However, there's another senior on the team that would do anything to be on the field. Jillian's twin sister, McKenna. Starting at the age of 4, the Leaches have shared the field together, but a big change came this season when McKenna tore her ACL, ending her senior season.
It's been hard watching you not be able to play because I know you love it. And it's hard because Like, I kind of used to rely on her a little bit on the field.
Now Jillian must rely on her sister from the sidelines.
We've been playing together for like so long that I know what she's capable of. So when she doesn't do well, it makes me mad and I yell at her. And then it gets the whole team like kind of just like on edge.
And McKenna can't help but be a little jealous of the time she's missing with her sister.
It's like I'm the same as her, except there's like this one difference, and it's just like I'm hurt and I can't be out of the field, and that's what's been really hard.
However, they are hopeful their time together will happen soon, as they both signed to play at Rockhurst University next fall.
It definitely is like nice having your twin on the team because like I can't explain it, but like if I'm like running down the left side, I'll like be able to find her without even looking up. Like it's just weird, like that twin part is, I don't know.
With the postseason approaching, you can find McKenna on the sidelines, encouraging her sister and her team. With photographers Aubrey Williams and Sarah Davis, this is Matt Ross reporting for Titan Sports Update.
Thanks, Matt. The Leach twins aren't the only students pursuing their goals after high school.
One student has already started on his plan. Kayla Yule will tell us more.
It don't matter if you're black, hood on your cap with tats, no crime.
What really encouraged me and really inspired me was my friends passing away. That's what made me actually jump into music and start actually doing it for real.
And then this past year, after everything happened with our friends and stuff, we started taking it more serious. Like, we actually want to do something with this in our lives.
Came up with a movement called Infinite Evolution, which technically means no matter what life throws at us, no matter what we go through, at the end of the day, you should be trying to evolve as a person.
I'm really proud of him. Like, he's developed a lot.
You know, telling people this is about Tanner and Nate, like this is what I'm doing this for.
It's not about getting fame, it's not about getting money. It's just about being true to yourself at the end of the day, writing what you feel.
My goal right now is actually working on my mixtape over the summer with Colin. It's actually going to be called Evolutionary, and I've been working on this. I have a few songs right here that I'm working on, and basically my goal is to be able to drop a mixtape by the end of the summer.
In my way, but I learned not to trip. Just put it in my scripts, then I quickly snip with the swiftness. Wish him good red dance into my business.
This is just a start. Like this isn't where the music ends. Regardless of whether or not our name is known or whatever, like this isn't gonna be the end. Like there's countless years ahead of us just having to do with music and just the whole infinite evolution movement.
I'm doing this for them, I'm doing this for myself, and I'm doing this for my family.
Oh, and paper school, I just want to do what everyone thinks is cool, so get on the move.
Class of 2017, while we go through our final days of high school, we look back at all we've been through together.
Danielle Gorman walks us through a timeline of our lives.
18 years ago, our timeline began. When we were born, Bill Clinton was the 42nd President of the United States, and Google was released to the public. You may remember jamming out to some songs like Baby One More Time, I Want It That Way, No Scrubs. All of those were released our birth year. Mulan, Toy Story 2, and SpongeBob also debuted. We also saw the classic remake of The Parent Trap, which featured two red-headed twins. No, not the Leaches. At age 5, we started our school career in one of the 6 elementary schools. And our very own school, Lee Summit West, was built in 2004. In 2006, we were all in this together when Disney Channel premiered High School Musical, which we can all admit holds a special place in our hearts. At age 8, we were first introduced to the iPhone, and 10 years later, it's rare not to at least see 50 in the halls of West. In the 4th grade, we made history when President Barack Obama became our first black president. And just a few years later, at age 12, our class went on to become Falcons at Summit Lakes. Here we experienced many of our awkward moments, like our middle school dances, where some of you looked like this. Some big fashion choices you may remember around this time were maxi skirts and hair feathers, which almost all of us were guilty of wearing. Soon enough, we went from being Falcons to Titans and started our freshman year here at West. From our first day, to our first football game, to our first dance, we've experienced so many firsts together. And now it's time to share some lasts. Our last game, our last assembly, our last prom, and soon our last day, which leads us to here, our final days of our high school careers. But before we leave West behind, a few seniors have some last words to share with the senior class.
You know, like
4 days for me.
6 days left.
I'm excited. I want to leave.
I'm honestly kind of scared, not gonna lie. But, I mean, it's exciting too.
Well,
It's been popping.
yeah,
It's been popping.
yeah.
I'm not like sentimental about high school though. I feel like people
Yeah.
are, and I'm just like literally counting down the minutes.
I think I grew a lot more as a person. Would you guys agree?
I agree that you grew more. Maybe
Man.
1, maybe 2 inches.
I feel like this year is probably my closest year with my friends just because we're all about to go away, but it just like makes you realize like who you actually want to go out of your way to like see.
I have a couple teachers that I can walk into their room and tell them anything I want about my day, and they'll just sit there and listen and shake their head, and I'll walk out and it'll be fine.
I feel like there's just a lot of teachers that like really went out of their way to make kids like feel so involved in the school and like they had like another family besides like their actual family. Like they had like a school family.
Obviously, we're all going to shout out to
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Good.
Good.
Yeah,
What's up,
Mr. Good.
Mr. Briscoe.
Oh, Mr. Briscoe.
Miss Dinker, shout out to you. You're my favorite.
Clousy? Aww. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Like he's retiring.
Yeah.
I guess if I had to give like advice to like people going up, I would say like find the truest friends freshman year and just stick with them.
But I would just say, like, cherish the memories with your friends and your family, like, because you never realize, like, how much time you have.
Literally, don't wish high school away. That sounds so corny, but I promise you're gonna miss it.
As long as you push yourself in directions that, like, you're not afraid to take risks and you're not afraid to fail, you're going to become a really hardworking, well-rounded individual.
That is really sad. Okay.
I actually will miss high school.
I just want to say thanks for growing up beside me and being there when I needed you guys.
I love you guys.
Well, literally, I can't think of like a single person in this entire class like who I haven't had a good laugh with.
Have fun. Go do you.
I just hope that everybody is really happy in their life and everybody stays in touch on like social media because like I like seeing updates on people's lives. The end.
For the rest of the senior interviews, check out AliceWestOnline.com and look under the Student Life tab.
Now we'll send it over to Lauren Disman with a new segment called Carpool Karaoke.
It's gonna know the words to your song, that's why I said no.
Everyone knows the words to headlines.
Oh yeah, I do. Sing it. That was pretty good.
Favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher?
Briscoe.
Miss Manning, shout out.
Miss Turner.
Yeah, Miss Turner and Mr. Klausing, but he's my neighbor.
I already missed Mr. Little, so.
Mrs. Doblos and
Oh, I love that.
Mr. Smith. Oh,
Yeah, I think.
You gotta
Mr.
Mr.
Smith
Smith
is
is my teacher.
They wanna see when I'm
Are you guys looking up the lyrics?
No.
Favorite animal at the zoo?
I didn't see it, but it's the red panther.
If you didn't see it, then it can't be your favorite animal on the zoo trip.
I ever met, but you can bet before we're through, Mr. I'll make a man out of you. She's I wonder when she'll be mine. She walked past like praise rewind.
Okay, so most embarrassing moment at least Summit West.
Freshman year, I called Monte Logan Cheadle.
Okay, what are your final words?
Oh God. Peace out. Bye.
The last words are, you better show up to some high school reunion so I can see
Yes,
you look
true.
like
I agree. Everybody better be there.
My last words are, I'm unfollowing half of you on Instagram. To be
Yeah, you can't confront me now.
Well, that's all we have for our senior edition of Titan Television. For the last time, I'm Danielle Gorman. And I'm Kayla Ewell.
And I'm Matt Ross.
And I'm Chandler Keaton.
And I'm Cade Krawchuk.
And I'm Maxine Nowachiku.
And I'm Sarah Davis.
Reporting for Titan Television.
This episode of Titan Television has been dedicated to Caden Hernandez.